Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? Really like that. You really like that?
Let's shut up and grab some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Monday morning. We are so close to college football season, Jonathan. We are so close, even closer to 50,000 subscribers. Yeah. We are very, very close to 50,000 subscribers. As the publishing of this, or recording rather, of this video, I think we're like 2,800 short, and we're about to reintroduce ourselves to that Texas A&M Aggie fan base. So what's up out there in Aggie land? We got a quarterback film study for you guys today, Marcel Reed. Now, I done looked at all the SEC quarterbacks, most of them. All right, no offense, Bo Pribula ain't going to be out here grinding the tape there. Sammy Horn ain't going to be looking at you neither. Ain't even looked at Diego Pavia, and that's disrespect. That's disrespect to Diego Pavia. But it is interesting that we're pairing the Marcel Reed study, Jonathan, after having just watched DJ Lagway on this study or this channel, because the Florida quarterback, I tweeted about it. He getting asked to solve world hunger every time he dropped back. Like, it's like we need the biggest throw, NFL throw in the world right now. We need you to off play action, rip this 20 back to 18-yard comeback, Bubba. We need you to put it on the line. We need you to throw with anticipation, no hitch. Like, don't bother. We need you to be perfect right now on this 20-yard throw downfield that's really like a 35-yard throw. No layups is what we talked about with DJ Lagway. And then I turned on Marcel Reed last night and Texas A&M. Oh, he getting all the layups. He getting all the layups, Jonathan. They make it really, really easy for him. And what I've come to the realization of is, like, I think the ideal world is a pairing of both. Like, we've got to find a way to be explosive, like really ask our quarterback to do a lot while also giving him a lot. Like, we got to find a balance of both. And I think in year two of the career, if you will, of Marcel Reed, and really like year one of them deciding that this is the guy going forward, this is our guy, I think year two now, Jonathan, really year one for them committing to this, I think they're going to give him a little balance of both, because I think Klein reserved all of his play call or all of his passing concepts last year, Jonathan, for Wagman, and then just like RPO'd it to death with Marcel Reed. Find a combination of both, because what I know about Reed is not only is he's a really good, clean thrower of the football, Jonathan, and audience, okay? I don't know why I'm just talking to you today. Really clean throw of the football. But, hey, coach's kid. Pop's coach. We talk about it on this channel all the time. Coach's kids are important, especially at the quarterback position. I know you've had high levels of football conversation. I guarantee you know what it looks like. You know what defenses are. You probably can progress or process it really cleanly. I'm excited for what year two looks like for this guy. And again, really the first year them fully committing to Marcel Reed. Hey, got a couple rules around here. Learn anything about football, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. Hey, let's get after it. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. All right, we're about to lock in. We're about to lock in right now. As soon as we get on that board, that cold open can be a little bit tough. You know, cold opens, I feel like, are the hardest thing to do in this industry. Live audience, live taping's fun. I don't feel like I trip up on those things. But when I get on this board, it's almost like I black out, Jonathan. It's almost like I black out. I'm not even doing TV at this point. I'm just talking ball. All right, hey, I think this guy's got elite spatial awareness. Okay, I think he's an elite spatial awareness athlete. What does that mean? I have a unique ability to understand what is in my space. Okay, all this space around me, I got awareness of it. Thus, spatial awareness, okay? Not only that, I think he's an elite mover too. Now, the real question for me, Jonathan, and folks at home, how much weight have we put on this offseason, okay? You Aggie fans watching today, watch this cut, boom. That's just great Like understanding flow of defenders, right? If I press outside, I'm going to get everybody to flow over top, thus being able to cut back. But my real question is, hey, how much thicker have we gotten? Because I know your OC. I know he's going to be calling several of these. They kept calling my man from K-State, right? Will you look that up for me?
Klein.
Collin Klein. They kept him, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Will you confirm that? I don't want to go 35 minutes thinking my man Collin Klein's still there. Meanwhile, he done taking some job elsewhere. Which, by the way, A&M fans, I think he'll inevitably take some job elsewhere because he's still there. Okay. Because Buddy knows what I respect what Collin Klein does as an OC, okay? But here we go. Got really good spatial awareness, understand flow of defenders, all that good stuff, okay? I also really like how decisive he is with his legs in the pocket, okay? Not to really feature one side of him as an athlete here, but to start this football game, I think he's featuring his legs a little bit. We're getting cat pressure right here, right? Meaning the corner is firing. We all see that as an audience. We got corner pressure, or as we say on this channel, a cat, okay? We got corner pressure, safety rolling over the top, got linebacker flaring with our tight end right here. We got this square end working on the backside. Now, I understand why we don't like it. What I really like about this, I understand why we clicked off that. What I really like about this is how decisive we become a ball carrier, right? Now, we're not going to wait around for other options. We got this square in on this front side and this flare from this tight end. Neither are available. We're going to take it down, and we're going to go off and run, all right? I don't even like this. This is cooked too. Now, he don't get his eyes to it. By now, he's already a ball carrier. Watch how decisive this is from the tight. Now, hey, look, there's going to be some contradictory analysis on this channel every once in a while. If you're 6'5", 225 pounds and lead-footed and you run 4'8", all right, I'm going to tell you, you got to hang in there, right? You got to go 1, 2 to 3 to 4, all right? If you're 6'1.5", 6'2", tell me what he's listed at. I don't know. If you're 6'1", 205 pounds, and you're a 4'5'8" athlete, Bubba, you get to play a lot faster. You get to play a lot more creative. You get to play a lot more free with your legs.
6'2", 180.
If you're this, then we got to get to 200, Marcel. We got to. We got to get to 200 pounds somehow, some way. Yeah, I want you playing a little bit quicker. Look how decisive we are in turning into a ball carrier. Keep us in 2nd and 4, not 2nd and 9, please. Let's go to play 9. Hey, all right, I got a new saying on here. You can dip if you got some whip, okay? You can dip. You can dip down here if you got some whip, because I ain't seen a single solitary soul say nothing about Marcel Reed's throwing motion. Have you?
No.
No, nobody. Who out here this offseason getting cooked for their throwing motion?
Gunner Stockton.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. He's worse than Tim Tebow. That's what I've been hearing. This guy, Tim Tebow, look how long this motion is. The pause test tells me we got a dip here, Jonathan, but we got so much whip. Put us in 2. Watch this ball jump, okay? We got so much whip. We fired through the zone so hard, okay, that it doesn't matter. You see, that ball jumped, didn't it? That ball jumped, didn't it? Now, watch the pause test, though, because the pause test tell me we got a little dip to us. But if we got some dip to us, it don't matter if we got whip, all right? Because we've watched 2 guys in a row. I can pause test DJ Lagway and do the same thing. He's dropping it below the waistline sometimes. Some of that stuff that we say on this channel is a no-no, right? There's a dip there in there. It doesn't matter, though, because we're super, super whippy. Okay, if we fire through the zone, nobody cares if we drop our hands. You see that? Nobody cares. The pause test treats this guy just as bad, but he is so foo-foo through the zone that it doesn't matter. If we got whip to us, it don't matter if we got dip to us. That ball jumped, don't it? That ball jumped, don't it? Yank. Hey, by the way, I was shocked. I mean, I know I probably should study A&M a little bit more than I do. But this football team when I studied them, lived in 12 personnel. Was stunned to see how many times they had 2 tights on the field. They're a big football team on offense. Now, I think that's why I love coaches' kids. Because not only do I know they know ball, I know they probably not only can take hard coaching, they've been taking coaching their whole life. That's like when you're a coach, I feel like I coach my kids. I don't parent them. I talk to them like a coach does sometimes. Hey, eyes, look at me, right? Give me your eyes, stuff like that. Like when you're a coach's son, you can take coaching at a higher rate, in my opinion, than others. You're going to see this kid learn. That's why I'm really excited about year 2 for an A&M fan. You're going to see this guy learn. He's going to throw this ball out of bounds. He will not throw a ball out of bounds to Noah Thomas the rest of the game. This is a non-competitive throw right here. We got one-on-one at the top of the screen with now Georgia wide receiver Noah Thomas. We can't throw this out of bounds. We can't put this in the white, all right? We got to give our 6'6" wide receiver an opportunity to go win the football. We can't throw it out of bounds. We can't be non-competitive when we have an opportunity to go give our guy a chance. Look at this. It's a non-competitive throw. We can't do this. Overthrowing 6'6", ball in the left hash. We got all that space out there to work. Can't throw this guy out of bounds. We can't do this. Okay? Guess what? We ain't going to do this again, Jonathan. The rest of the game, we're going to hit this guy in stride, or we're going to throw it short of him. We're going to throw everybody else inside, because I guarantee you he got his butt chewed on this sideline for this. We can't do this to our team. We've got to give our guy a chance to win. Now, I love this throw. I love this throw right here. Okay, yeah, we get motion from Noah Thomas. All right, we got a bunch of bumping, right? Got a bunch of bumping over here. Everybody bumped over. Probably getting some zone coverage, all right? We got this kind of like square in right here on the end zone working from Noah Thomas. That's our number 1 read in the progression. But what I love about this throw, look how early we let it rip. All right, he is already into his throwing motion, and we're going to work this in right here, this two-way. I don't know if it's a two-way go right here. I think it's a great route right here from Noah setting up this safety, okay, that ultimately works over the top of him. Look at this. Boom, setting him up, sticking him, getting inside right there. Boom. All right, now, there's the window, right? The ball's already out. I love how early we throw this and how high we throw this. This is what we call a touch throw, okay? Good anticipatory touch throw. Watch how this ball gets up and over these underneath defenders, Jonathan. You see how soft that is? Mm-hmm. We've seen him rip footballs, right? We saw that ball jump out of his hands when we're talking about whip, no dip, okay? Right here, we see that ball kind of do that one for us. That's a touched football. I bet we got a good shooter on our hands, Jonathan. I bet we got a good shooter on our hands. Back to our quarterback shooting theory. If you don't know what that is, you're not watching the live shows. That's shame on you. That's shame on you. We're live Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday during the off season for you new folks watching us today. We do great stuff. It's probably the best show on the internet.
Word on the street.
Word on the street. Word on the street. I didn't say that. I didn't say it. Streets talking. By the way, I know you weren't here in studio, all right, for Lagway, but my people that are habitual watchers of this channel, watching this after watching Lagway was hysterical. It was hysterical. Well, again, one guy being asked to solve cancer, the other guy getting those. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I'll take this any day of the week. This is so much easier on a young quarterback. Look at this. This ball's pissed on, by the way. Mm-hmm. See, it don't matter if you're dipping below the waist or below the nipples if we got good, quick, twitchy action, does it, Jonathan?
No.
I mean, it's the same stand on it motion we see from some of these really elongated guys in the short, quick game, right? Look at this. He's going to bend on that left side. Look, he's yanking it down just like a pitcher. You know, look, the longer, more and more I get on this channel, as long as your feet are tied to your eyes, I don't care what the stroke looks like. You know what I mean? However you get through the zone, I don't care. All right, now, especially when you get to this age. If you're 16, 17, 15, 14, I'm going to fix it, okay? I would fix all the mechanical issues because we've got time to, once you get to this age, man, you are who you are. Let's work on this. Let's work on seeing it the right way. You know what I mean? Catch the ball. Agree or disagree on the whole idea of you kind of are who you are as a thrower once you get to me as a college athlete.
Yeah, I think that all athletes around this age kind of hit that point of you are who you are. I mean, you see it all the time in the NBA with jump shots. Like, You don't fix the jump shot like you are at that point. Let's
now,
work with it.
Rare occasions, the Josh Allens of the world, it's literally just Josh Allen and Tom Brady. So, I feel like two of the freakiest of all time.
Yeah.
Maybe we can rebuild you from ground up. Now, this is a football question here. Okay, down distance formation personnel, Jonathan. It is 2nd and 10. We see that? Mm-hmm. 2nd and 10. Now, my question is to the coaching staff here and to Marcel. Where's our built-in hot? Okay, 1st and 10, I understand not having a built-in hot, maybe being a little aggressive, hunting downfield, that kind of stuff. But here on 2nd and 10, I got to have something. I got to have something when I get to the top of my drop to where if we get fired with cat pressure again, which we did, we got to have a built-in hot. Which in this situation, all right, we don't have a back. The back's flaring late, but if we get blitzed, he's going to stay in. So where's our hot? Do you see one, Jonathan?
Not really.
Because this guy's working a deep over. He's working that. We're trying to work scissors here. He looks to me, he's running clear out, okay? And then maybe we got this late hitch in here from the top. Yeah. Actually, he was running the sail. We got this and then the dig and then the sit here. We got no immediate option if we get fired up, okay? So that would be my question there. That's my question to the coach. Great job by you, young man, getting rid of the football right here. Give me something built in here. Also, hey, start to notice that's 2 times in a row on the study already in 20 plays. We've gotten corner pressure. All right, now this is a what we call a high school I thought throw, okay? Right now, as the ball is snapped, we think the middle of the field is open. We all see this? Mm-hmm. Okay, we got kind of a 3-by-1 situation here. We got 3 guys over here as an offense. 1, 2, 3. We got 1 over here. We got a safety here and a safety here. The middle of the field is open, or what we would call mofo. All right, so if we were to run this post against this middle of the field open, all right, and this pre-snap, this safety's butt and face is turned to the sideline, we think that post is good, right? On paper, middle of the field open pre-snap, that post should be good. All right, so let's watch what happens to that post. Wow, middle of the field is open, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Middle of the field is so open right now. That post is going to be so good. That's what we're thinking. That's what we're thinking. That's what we're thinking. But now, because we're in college, despite the fact that the middle of the field is indeed open, guess whose hips and eyes are now turned to the middle of the field? Okay, he's gotten back to his drop. He's squared up to us, and now he's ready to drive on the football, isn't he? So guess what he's going to do? He's going to drive on that football. And he's going to pick that thing off. It's a hell of a play. The only way we can throw this football is if we're on time, all right? And probably can't put too much air on this ball. We got to rip this thing, okay? Let's look at it, whether or not it's a hair late. Okay, it's a hair late. Also, against Tampa, which is what it looks like to me they're running, okay? They're running some type of 2. He's got the low hole, all right? They got middle of the field. Corners are dropping with their butts. Real deep sink right here from these corners. If anything, we've got a 3-man rush from USC. If anything, I like this late scissor leaking right here. Watch this right here, Jonathan. If anything, I like that. Okay? If anything, I like that. These are the mistakes I don't think you make second year as a starter, you know?
Yeah.
And if we do, we throw it earlier and way flatter. Because it's the right thought process, just the ball's late. Now, I love these types of plays when they work. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying layups. It's not just like easy throws. It's easy mental like processes too, okay? Well, all right, we're going to read an RPO right here, right? If we like the top, meaning he's basically over there one-on-one, safety's flat-footed, on the hash, a good 18 yards away from us. We like the one-on-one. We don't like the box. The box is super heavy. We're going to let you pull it. Now, I love these when we win. You know what I mean? I love these when we got a guy out here that's going to win. What I don't love is when we don't necessarily win because now we got a dead-ass play. You know what I mean? The whole play is dead because guess what? This ain't never happening. In fact, every time I watch college offenses, 9 times out of 10, these guys on the backside know the shit ain't happening. Pardon my language. They know it ain't happening. So they run the routes like it ain't happening. They just use it as a play off. And look, I would too, because you're also playing with selective pace. I know, and these guys don't want to be doing this because they're gassed when it's time to run a go. You know what I mean? So I understand why these guys are doing this. Look at this. Tell me these guys know that they are on the backside of the concepts. You know what I mean? They know we ain't getting there, even if we do pull it on an RPO. So I love it when it works. I love that it's easy for the quarterback. I love that it's an explosive play when it happens. I just don't love it when it don't work. You know what I mean? And I like plays that, at least when they don't work, we got some type of bailout. Agree or disagree?
Yeah.
Watch this. Okay, look, full on RPO. And look, I like the pull. Everything about the pull is great. I just want, when we get here, I want to be able to rip this football. Also, something about him right here, Jonathan, I want to talk about. I think he needs to be a lot more subtle in the pocket as we grow older. Super explosive athlete. It's little movements inside the pocket. We're going to run ourselves into a sack later, and I'm going to show you. But watch, when we take that one step up in the pocket, it's one step. It's not one step that gains 7 yards. Watch how much ground we cover right here, John. We're almost, Jonathan, I don't know why I called you John. We're almost gaining too much ground, almost too explosive. Look, we run ourselves, and then we jump ourselves outside of our footwork, like our feet are not up underneath us. Right now, if that go ball or that RPO option right there, that back shoulder ball, if it were ready right now, we're not ready. We're not going to throw it accurately, right? Because we've just jumped ourselves, and then we got to come to balance, and now we're running again. See what I'm saying? I think we just have too much twitchy movements going on. Let's be a little bit more subtle in the pocket. Great ball right here. Same thing. Same note right here. I think we could be a little bit more subtle here in the pocket. I think we run ourselves into making this throw a little bit tougher on us, honestly. We're throwing that go ball again right here. See what I'm saying about being coachable? We had that one go ball in the red zone, where that fade ball, we threw it way out of bounds. This time we're throwing it inside. We're going to miss inside. If we're going to miss anyway, we're missing inside. We're going to give our guy a chance one-on-one right here. I love this about him. Love about him being coachable. Now, watch it from the tight. Watch it when I'm talking about the subtleness in the pocket. We just don't need to gain this much ground. We're running ourselves into further problems. All right, here we go. Off play action right here. That movement right there. Just a little bit too much. Okay, we don't need it. Okay, just one step. Give me that one right there. Resettle right here. Get your foot back up underneath us. Now, instead, we're going to resettle all the way back over here and watch what happens. Boom. Now, when we throw this football, we kind of got to have an off platform. Okay, we got to move our feet to get our cleats in the ground. Now we're compensating for what's in front of us. When instead we could have just had one little slight movement. I like that we're moving off the line because we felt pressure there. All right, but maybe just not so much. And by the way, our feet being off like that, that's why that ball missed inside. Okay. Quick, who's the best pocket manipulator in the history of professional football?
Joe Burrow.
Good guess. Good guess. I would say Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady had the best pocket mobility and pocket, what I would say, manipulation of all time, because it was little subtle movements. Oh, right tackle gets beat with speed. That's fine. I'm just going to make one move to save myself from that. I'm not going to jump all the way inside, because if I do, the D tackle might get me. You know what I mean? It was just one. Defensive end got beat and the left guard. All right, we're going to go up, and then we're going to go out. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. And then we're going to get our feet square, be ready to rip. Just great stuff, man. If I were a quarterback that needed to learn how to be a better pocket mover, I'd be watching Brady. Also, again, with the simplicity of this offense, there ain't no let's read 1, 2 to 3. There's a lot of we're going to make this nice and easy on the quarterback. All right? Look here. We got a 3-man concept first and foremost. And this guy, you tell me, Jonathan, let's all as an audience look at my man's right here, and you tell me if he's ever in practice or any simulation of this play ever caught a football on this route.
No.
No, right? No simulation of this play ever has that guy ever caught a ball, or else he'd run that a whole hell of a lot harder. All right, so we know he's out of the progression. So we only have two options, literally, right? We have Noah and we have this wide receiver at the top. So nice and easy on the quarterback. You're going to get your feet set and you're going to rip the rock. It's a great ball. It ends up in an interception. That's terrible. You know what I mean? That's awful for you as a quarterback. That ain't on you. Noah, catch the damn ball. All right, catch the damn ball, Noah. Don't worry, Georgia fans. This is going to end up turning into a Noah Thomas film study here in just a second. All right? Sorry, Aggie fans. I love this ball. It's a good one. Doink. I mean, we can't make it any better. Maybe put it in front of his face. I think it's a little back shouldery right here on this slant. Catch the ball. Now, you could understand why if you were an NFL coordinator watching this offense, you'd be like, is he reading can he read? You know what I mean? Because he's not being asked to do it, you know? So, which is fine. I'm not saying he can't. I think he will be able to. Also, it's 3rd and 1 right here. Just to let you know, it's 3rd and 1. Why aren't we working the stick on the bottom? Again, I think I have decided how I will coach this idea of a concept. When we motion, all right, and we know we got zone coverage, which they're going to eventually get, all right, I'm going to coach my young players to read it based off the numbers. That's just the way that we're going to coach it. You're going to count numbers like we're back in school. All right, we've got 3 guys down here on the bottom for us as an offense. 1, 2, 3. We've got 1, 2 guys up here at the top of the screen for us as an offense. All right, now let's count defensive players. We got 1, 2, 3 up here at the top of the screen. We got 1, 2. We should read the right of the screen, shouldn't we? That's just the way, again, 3rd and 1, just the way I would teach it. Now, I got flack or not flack. I got some pushback in the YouTube comments the other day. People saying on the Sellers study, people saying they taught to read the smash concept. I don't know. We're going to teach it this way on this channel. If I'm ever a ball coach, this is the way we teach it. Just math. Just do it with the math. Again, if we were to read it my way, I know, hey, bang, rip it right now. It's 3rd and 1. Pick up a first down. He's reading the top of the screen, which I'm cool with. I'm even cool with how he reads it. He reads it in first, or this is actually an option. This guy's going to work his way back out. He doesn't like it. Guy's got inside leverage and outside leverage on it. And then we're going to rip the dig if it becomes available, which I think it is. However, we got pressure right now in our face. All right, so sometimes I get some, why you watching that film type stuff. Last game, that's why we're watching this one. However, I do think USC's defense has improved some. Played a little bit tougher in the Big Ten this year.
Yeah.
That was my elucidation. They're still USC. Sometimes. I mean, this bowl game's 3rd and 9, big dog. It's 3rd and 9. We're going to throw this ball behind the line of scrimmage and pick up 14 yards on 3rd and 9. Again, we just watched Lagway on this channel. 25 throws, 2 of them at near or behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9. Screen right here and then picking up first downs. Some quarterbacks got it easier than others. You know what I mean? Look at that. Boink. And first down. These 3 guys right here. These 3. And then these secondary 4 right here. Y'all got to be better. All 7 of you guys got to be better. Okay. Again, some of this stuff, I just want to be in the room. Now, this concept works for them. They win. They win right here big, okay? They get a big play right here on 1st and 10, but it is 1st and 10, and here's the concept. We got a clear out from number 2. We got the sail route from number 3, and then we got this kind of like sit down, squat, whatever you want to call it, from the number 1 right here, who is a tight end. So the way I would read this is I would read this 1 to 2 to whatever our hot is back here on the 3. That's the way I would coach it. We would never be reading this vertical. We call this a run it because you love ball route, right? Run it because you love ball route. We're just trying to clear out the space. Now, if I indeed read that 1, meaning 1 to 2 to 3 on the backside, the sail is open, I think. Don't you, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. I think the sail is wide open. So I would be sitting in the room and I'm like, hey, we got a completion. That's awesome. We got a completion. But why aren't we ripping the sail? Because we might have had a 20, 30-yard completion. Now, great job right here by the tight end making plays after the catch, okay? But sometimes your questions and your criticisms could come even in your 15-yard completions. All that being said, I think it requires a lot of arm talent to get this ball out the way that he did, okay? The same type of arm talent we rave about some of these other guys. I just think this dude's going to be hell if he ever gets to 205 pounds. If he ever gets to 200 plus. Now, this is what I love about them, Jonathan. Look at this right here. Down distance formation personnel. We all see this. 33 seconds left on the play clock right here, okay? After a first down, we just ran the rock. I think it's, 1st and 10, okay? Ball in the plus zone. We might be in the green zone right here. They play with pace, and they run the rock. Okay, they play with pace and they run the rock. Now, what it does is, all right, it gives you free hitters like this right here. Look at all the defense just now getting their hands down. Okay. I mean, we get a lot of this, and they don't play with like all constant pace, very selective. Mm-hmm. Like I can almost guarantee we had an explosive after this or right before this. Yeah, ball in the what's that? The 38 right there. Mm-hmm. We're probably gonna run for a big rip right here. Yeah. Okay. Wham! Big gutted explosive. Now right on the rock. Let's go. Show a very similar look. Okay. Similar look offensively. Get on the pill. Let's go. Boom. Rip a slant, square in, another 19-yard rip. All right. So, got in the red zone several plays previous, right? Threw this thing out of bounds. We said, can't be throwing this out of bounds when we got 6'6" down there. This is what I'm talking about. This is a great rep right here and a great learning opportunity for a young quarterback. He ain't gonna overthrow that thing again. Not with 6'6" down there. Also, great job, Noah Thomas. Just swallows DBs. Oh, we got another shot at USC's defense coming up next. Notes just say USC and eye discipline don't mix. I know what we get. We gonna get you, big dog. You in man-to-man coverage against this tight end. We see you. Look at that. Look at that. Eyes down. You just staring at him. We got you. We got you. We got something for you right here. We're going to show you run. We're going to show you run. All right, we're going to put the ball in the belly of the running back. Oh, we even check into it, too. I love that from the coach. All right, ball into the belly of the back. Oh, you're cooked right now. You're cooked right now. Tight end's already running down the sideline. Yank. Great job right there hitting your layup as a quarterback. Now, I love this about their OC as well. I saw this in multiple games. I saw this against Auburn, and I saw this against USC. It becomes very clear early on, or not early on in the football game. We're 51 snaps into the game. They realize, hey, we got a 6'6" guy out there that corners can't really cover right about now. Let's just call plays for him, right? Do you see him doing that in the red zone right here in this study? Now they get in the green zone right here. They're going to do it again. Right, that plus 25 and in territory, that's good go ball territory. They're going to take one right here. Great job. Oh, PI. Drawing it. Left and right. All right, now. I feel like having watched Marcel several games now, all right, they're not asking him to do a whole lot. so I can't see a whole lot. All right, does that make sense? From a quarterback standpoint, like how many 1 to 2 tie the feet to the eyes? Like we can't even criticize much of that, right? A lot of that's RPO stuff. A lot of that's one read stuff. Now, what he is doing is really, really impressive, I think, because he's not getting asked to do a whole lot, and they're still being a relatively explosive offense, and they're being a stable offense. I'm excited to see what can happen when you're actually the guy, when we can actually design an entire offense for you, and we can have an entire offseason for you, because the talent's there. There's no doubt about that. What are your thoughts, Jonathan?
Oh, I liked Marcel last year when I watched him, and I think what's really intriguing to me about him is it still feels like there's so much room to grow, but yeah, he was still productive last year, was still making some really solid plays, and it felt like the offense improved with him. So this offseason, if they are asking him to do some more stuff, which I'm sure they will, I think that the offense will really open up for him, and they'll be even better.
Of all the guys we've watched over the last offseason, I think his room for growth is the most. In terms of him and his coordinator are going to actually have continuity. I don't have the noise of another opponent in my own building in terms of my room, right? And it's my second year starting. I get to actually like really take all my lumps together. I'm excited to see what it's going to be. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on your way out. I love you. Bye.